Welcome to this episode of Change Forever. In this episode, we will look into 3 important truths. We all want the same thing, sustainable equipment. And sometimes we have to walk before we can run. The truth about CO2 reduction lies in the details. My question thereafter is, where should you begin? So let's start with the basics. Megatrends globally are pointing out our direction. A sustainable future, it's not something we just need to do. It is a must to stay in the business. Future legislations will force both our suppliers and customers into fossil-free cargo handling. In certain countries and customer segments, a full electric offering has already become essential. Without an electric offering, you may no longer be a possible partner. But it must be done in different steps. In the coming years, a mix of different offerings will be needed. Diesel, fossil-free fuel like HVO100, and battery electric will be the most common. But we will also see solutions powered by hydrogen. What we at Konecranes have done is to develop an offering that can meet the needs of any customer looking to lower their energy consumption and climate impact. It goes from a new and modern diesel engine with a particle filter to engines powered by fossil-free fuel like HVO100, to fuel-saving diesel powertrain solutions like flow drive, to battery electric vehicles. One of the most important points when talking about CO2 reduction is the energy source for the electricity. Renewable electricity comes from a renewable energy source like hydropower, wind, geothermal, biomass or solar. Electricity that comes from fossil fuels like coal, oil or gas. Electricity that comes from a mix of fossil fuels and renewable energy. Electricity created by nuclear energy is fossil-free, but not considered as renewable. In short, you can have an electric machine, but depending on where the electricity comes from, it might still cause more CO2 emissions throughout the whole chain than using a diesel machine. The best option is having a battery electric vehicle charged with electricity from a renewable source. Coming back to the 3 truths. We all want the same thing, equipment with smaller carbon footprint. CO2 reduction is the future. Governments will progressively mandate it through regulations. Sometimes we have to walk before we can run. Modern diesel engines are better for the environment than old diesel engines. Some other ways to walk on the way to running. Automatic start-stop, power drive, flow drive, all reduce CO2. The truth about CO2 reduction lies in the details. Dramatic CO2 reduction depends on energy source. Fossil-free fuel like HVO100 can reduce CO2 footprint by up to 90%. Vehicles powered by batteries reduce CO2 more or less, depending on which fuel is used to produce electricity for recharging batteries. And now we're back to the big question. Where should you begin? The answer: start where you are. Based on the electric grid in your area, the energy source used to produce it, available fuels, and your capital constraints. What purchasing decisions will advance you step by step on your CO2 reduction journey?